the Madison Miller Podcast. Today is Friday, September 20th, 2024. Today we're going to do NFL, MLB, college football, soccer, WNBA, and then pick the round one playoff matchups, NASCAR, Formula One, news and notes, and then best bet and Fab 5 at the end of the show. We'll start with the NFL. Thursday night football last night. Division game went like predictable outcome, in my opinion. The Jets beat the Patriots by a score of 24-3. The Jet defense played a lot better. They're now 2-1. New England's 1-2. Aaron Rodgers was really good, 27-35, 281 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jacoby Brissett stunk, 12 of 18, 98 yards. And then Drake May came in at the end of the game, 4 of 8, 22 yards. You got to wonder if he will get the start for the Patriots next week. So moving on to Sunday. So 1 o'clock on Fox, Giants Browns. My line is the Browns by 7.5, total 40.5. Browns look like they're getting some guys back in this game. So it is Browns by 6.5, total 39.5. My projections on Giants games have been close to what the FanDuel numbers have been. So if a 1-point edge on the Browns, 1-point edge on the over, I'm going to go with the over. Because it looks like that the Giant Brown line is going to move to 7. All right, next up, 1 o'clock on Fox, you have the Packers at the Titans. Will it be Malik Willis again, or will it be Jordan Love? There's rumors that Jordan Love might actually be back this weekend. If Jordan Love's back this weekend, it's Packers by 3. If not, it's Titans by 2. And my total for this game is 42 3/5. And it is 2.5 in favor of Tennessee, total 37.5. So that line tells you that they think that Jordan Love will not play. So I'm going to go with the over. Next up, Bears Colts on CBS. My line's Colts by 3, total 42.25. And it's 1.5, totals 43.5. So for this one, I'm going to do a slight lean towards the Colts. Next up, Texans Vikings. That game is going to be on CBS. I have Pick'em in 41 13/20. And it is 2.5 and 45.5. I'm going to go with the under in that game. I don't love giving out an under in a Texans-Vikings game, but that's what the numbers say. On Fox, Eagles-Saints, I have Pick'em in 51 3/5, and it's Saints by 2.5, total 49.5. So for this one, I have a 2.5-point edge on the Eagles, and I have a almost 2.5-point edge on the over. I'm going to go with the Eagles getting the points. I think despite not having A.J. Brown, I feel like everybody's hyping up the Saints because they destroyed the Cowboys. On CBS, Chargers-Steelers. My line Steelers by 3, total 33 9/10. But if Justin Herbert somehow doesn't play, it's Steelers by 8. But this line tells you that they think Herbert's playing. It's Steelers by 1.5, total 35.5. So 1.5-point edge on the Steelers. And just over 1.5 on the under. So I'm going to do slight under for that one. Broncos, Buccaneers. That game is going to be on Fox. My line's Bucs by 10, total 42 or 41 1/5. And it's 6.5 and 40.5. I'm going to lay the 6.5 with the Bucs. No McGlinchey for Denver. I know Tampa has some injuries too, but Vitavea. But I think that the Bucs are going to continue to stick it to people. All right, 4 o'clock window is pretty big this week. Panthers Raiders on CBS. My line is Raiders by 5, total 40.25. And it's 5.5 and 39.5. So for this one, I'm going to slide over. Also on CBS is Dolphins Seahawks. I have Seahawks by 8, total 44 and 19.20. It's no Tua, obviously, and it's 4.5 and 41.5. So I have a 3.5 point edge on the Seahawks. And I have a almost 3.5 point edge on the over. So I'm going to lay the 4.5 with Seattle. I actually really love that pick. 4:25 on Fox, Ravens Cowboys. This is going to be the Kevin Burkhardt Tom Brady game. Mine's Cowboys by 4, total 49.75. And it's actually Ravens by 1.5, total 47.5. I'm going to take the Cowboys plus the 1.5, and that looks like that's going to be a pick 'em. And minus 104 on the money line. I don't like going against a team that has to win in the Ravens, but it's the numbers game when it comes to betting, not a random pick. All right, 49ers Rams on Fox. My line is pick'em in 46 and 9/10, and it's 49ers by 6.5, total 43.5. I'm taking the Rams getting the points only because that line is so high. And I talk about the Rams injuries. I'm sorry, George Kittle not even playing out. So it's Kittle, Debo, and CMC, and they're giving a whopping 6.5. Are you kidding me? Come on. Lions Cardinals, probably my favorite 4 o'clock game. I have Lions by 3, total 48.75, and it's 3 and 51.5. I have to go with the under. All right, and last but not least, Sunday Night Football. 8:20 NBC and Peacock, Chiefs Falcons. I pick them in 41 and a fifth, and it is 3 and 46.5. I really like the under in this game. No Pacheco. I really don't trust the Falcons offensively. So, I really like that under. So, there you have it for NFL. Now move on to college football. We'll go over the results from yesterday. I should say the results. There's one game. And then look ahead to tonight and the rest of the weekend. So at South Alabama destroys Appalachian State 48-14. So South Alabama improves to 2-2. App State drops to 2-2. So we have 3 games tonight. 7:30 on ESPN. Stanford, Syracuse. Man, Syracuse by 15, total 57. And it is 8.5 and 56.5. I'm going to lay the points here with Syracuse. 8 o'clock on Fox. Number 24 Illinois at number 22 Nebraska. Secretly a great game. I have Illinois by 2, total 41 and a 20th, and it's Nebraska by 7.5, total 42.5. I think Illinois is getting disrespected here. Everybody, I guess, beating Colorado does you wonders. Congrats, Nebraska. So giving Illinois getting the 7.5, and I'm willing to go plus 245 on the money line with them as well. 10 o'clock on the CW network. San Jose State, Wazoo. My line's Wazoo by a whopping 24, total 54 and 11/20. And it's 12.5 and 55.5. I'm laying the 12.5. Wazoo's really, really good. And I think people aren't realizing it because they're in the 2-team Pac-12. Okay, Saturday coming up. 12 o'clock on Fox. Marshall at number 3, Ohio State. I have Ohio State by a whopping 30.5, total 51 and 17/20. And it is 39.5 and 52.5. I'm going to take Marshall getting the points. Ohio State's looking ahead a little bit, I think. On ABC, you have NC State at number 21, Clemson. I have Clemson by 1.5, total 59 and a 10th. And it's 18.5 and 44.5. So I have a 17-point edge on NC State, and I have a 15-point edge on the over. I love NC State getting the points. And plus, that's a weird start time. I mean, I think that this is an overreaction line because I got blew out by Tennessee. ESPN Florida, Mississippi State. I have Miss State by a half, total 56 and 3/20. And it's Florida by 6.5, total 58.5. When are people going to realize that Florida sucks? Like, my God. I'm taking Mississippi State plus the points and plus 180 to win. Big Ten Network, Charlotte, Indiana. My line's Indiana by 22.5, total 53.5, and it's 28.5 and 49.5. I'm taking Charlotte getting the points. Big Ten Network, Villanova, Maryland. I have Maryland by 7, total 41 and a fifth. And we have 18.5 and 43.5. I'm taking Villanova getting the points. Villanova is one of the good teams in the Colonial. James Madison, North Carolina on the ACC Network. My line's North Carolina by a half, total 38 and 17/20, and it is 10.5 and 48.5. Wow. My numbers were close. I'm going to take James Madison getting the 10.5. I like a lot of these games this week, unlike the NFL. Fox Sports 1, Houston, Cincy. My one's Cincy 8.5, total 43. And it's 3.5 and 47.5. I'm laying it with Cincinnati. That's low. Kansas, West Virginia on ESPN 2. My line's West Virginia by a half, total 52.5. And it is Mountaineers by 2.5, total 57.5. I'm taking the under. Tulane, Louisiana, ESPNU. My line's Louisiana by 12.5, total 51 and a fifth. And it is 2.5 and 53.5. I'm taking Louisiana plus the points and plus 118 to win. CBS Sports Network, Rice Army. I pick them in 47 and 7/20. And it's 7.5 and 43.5. I'm going to take Rice getting the points, and then they're plus 240 to win. 12:45 on the SEC Network, Ohio, Kentucky. Kentucky 13.5, total 37 and 4/5. And it's 19.5 and 42.5. I'm going to take Ohio in the points. Ball State, Central Michigan, 1 o'clock. My line is Central by 6.5, total 65. And it's 6.5 and 52.5. Over. That's a low total. 2 o'clock, Arkansas State, number 20, Iowa State. I have 13 and 42 and 19/20. It's for Iowa State. And it's 21.5 and 51.5. That's a good one. I'm going to take the under. Virginia, Coastal Carolina, I have Pick'em and 56.5. And it's 3.5 and 54.5. I'm going to take Coastal plus the points and plus 146. Utah State, Temple. I have Utah State by 7.5, total 51 and 3/10. And it's 6.5 and 53.5. Under. St. Francis, PA, Eastern Michigan. I have Eastern 14.5, total 44 and 11/20. And it's 22.5 and 42.5. I'm going to take St. Fran, PA in the points. Southern Miss, Jackson State at 3 o'clock. My one's Jackson State by 12.5, total 60 and 17/20. And it's 5.5 and 60.5. I'm going to lay the 5.5 with Jacksonville State. Eastern Washington, Nevada. I have Pick'em and 52 and 3/4. And it's 9.5 in favor of Nevada, total 55.5. I'm going to take Eastern Washington getting the 9.5. 3:30 Big Ten Network, Kent State at number 10, Penn State. I have Penn State 36.5, total 58 and 9/20. And it is 48.5 and 55.5. I'm going to take the points. CBS, you have number 11 USC, number 18 Michigan. I have Michigan by 9, total 45.25. And it is USC by 5.5, total 44.5. I'm taking Michigan plus the 5.5 and plus 164. I think that everyone's down on Michigan because I got blown out by Texas. And what has USC done? I know that LSU win was nice, but LSU barely beat South Carolina. Next up, you have UCLA at number 16, LSU. I have LSU by 14.5, total 51 and 3/20, and it's 24.5 and 56.5. I'm going to take the Bruins plus the points. That is a lot of points. Next up, Miami at number 17, Notre Dame. I have Notre Dame by 18.5, total 38 and 13/20, and we have 27.5 and 44.5. I'll take Miami of Ohio getting the points here. ESPN2, Georgia Tech at number 19, Louisville. I have Louisville at 20.5, total 58 and 2/5, and it's 10.5 and 57.5. I'm going to lay the 10.5 with Louisville. Buffalo, number 23, Northern Illinois. I have Northern Illinois by 17, total 44 and 2/5. And it's 13.5 and 43.5. I'm going to lay the 13.5 with Northern Illinois. Arkansas, Auburn on ESPN. My line is Auburn 10.5, total 63 and 3/20, and it's 2.5 and 56.5. I'm gonna lay the 2.5 with Auburn. Rutgers, Virginia Tech on the ACC network. Mine's Virginia Tech by 19, total 55 and 19/20, and it is Virginia Tech by 4.5, total 47.5. I'm gonna lay the 4.5 with Virginia Tech. Central Connecticut, UMass. I read that wrong. Mine's UMass 4.5, total 49 and 4/5. And it's 19.5 and 52.5. I'm going to take Central Con in the points. Youngstown State, Pitt. My line is Pitt 18.5, total 64, and it's 25.5 and 61.5. I'm going to take Youngstown in the points. Arizona State, Texas Tech on Fox Sports 1. My line's Tech by 7.5, total 68 and 3/10. And it is 3.5 and 59.5. I'm going to take the over. I love that over. Memphis Navy, CBS Sports Network. My line is Memphis 8.5, total 50 and 19/20. And it is 9.5 and 49.5. That's a tough one. Slight over. Houston Christian, UTSA. Mine's UTSA by 33, total 60 and 7/20. And it's 35.5 and 55.5. I'm going to take the over. Number 12, Utah. Number 14, Oklahoma State. 4 o'clock on Fox. Mine's OK State by 3, total 55 and 7/20. And it's 2.5 and 52.5. That's telling you that Cam Rising isn't playing. Utah was originally favored in that game. I'm going to take the over. But that won't be in Fab 5 because of the Rising injury. ESPNU, Duke, Middle Tennessee. I have Duke by 14, total 50 and 7/10. And it's 14.5 and 50.5. Ooh. That's a close one. Slight lean, Middle Tennessee. 4:15 on the SEC Network. Vanderbilt at number 7, Missouri. My line's Missouri by 21, total 53.5. And it is how come I don't see this line anywhere? There it is. 20.5 and 52.5. Slight over. 5 o'clock on the CW Network, TCU SMU. Men's SMU 10.5, total 54.5. And it is TCU by 2.5, total 58.5. I'm actually going to take SMU plus the points and plus 104 to win. Monmouth FIU. Oh, I skipped one. Never mind. On True TV, UTEP Colorado State. My line's Colorado State by 18.5, total 46 and 7/10. And it's 9.5 and 49.5. I'm gonna lay the 9.5 with the Rams. Now 6 o'clock. Monmouth FIU. I have FIU at 14.5, total 63.5. And I don't see a line for this. Oh, now. Or is it off the board? Oh, the money line's off the board. FIU's 13.5. Total is 58.5. I'm going to take the over. East Carolina Liberty. My line is Liberty by 16. Total 46 and 7/20. And it is 5.5 and 53.5. I'm going to lay the 5.5 with Liberty. Next up, 7 o'clock ESPN, number 8, Miami at South Florida. I have Miami by 23.5, total 61 and 1/5. And it's 16.5 and 64.5. I'm going to lay the 16.5 with the Canes. Fox Sports 1, Northwestern, Washington. Mine's Washington by 3, total 37 and 3/20. And it's 11.5, 42.5. I love Northwestern getting points. Love it. Florida Atlantic, UConn, CBS Sports Network. My line's UConn 5.5, total 49 and 4/5. And it is 1.5 and 45.5. I'm going to take the over. Cal, Florida State, ESPN 2. My line's Florida State by 4, total 39 and 13/20. And it's 2.5 and 44.5. I'm going to take the under. Florida A&M, Troy. I don't have odds up for that, but I have Florida A&M actually favored by a half, total 53 and 3/10. Tulsa, Louisiana Tech. I have Tech by 17, total 55 and 17/20. And it's 3.5 and 57.5. I'm going to lay the points with Louisiana Tech. New Mexico State, Sam Houston. Mine's Sam Houston by 16, total 48 and 13/20. And it's 16.5 and 44.5. I like the over. Toledo, Western Kentucky. I have Western by 5, total 57 and the 20th. And it's 2.5 and 59.5. I'll take Western plus the points and plus 116 outright. Next up is Wyoming and North Texas. Mine's North Texas by 9, total 60 and 4/5. And it's 7.5 and 55.5. I'm going to take the over. Ooh, here we go. 7:30, ABC. Number 6, Tennessee. Number 15, Oklahoma. I have Oklahoma by 5.5, total 56.5. And it's Tennessee 6.5, total 56.5. I'm taking the Sooners plus the points and plus 210 outright. This is their welcome to the SEC moment. They're going to come through. Bowling Green, number 25, Texas A&M. I have A&M by 23, total 54 and 19/20. And it's 22.5 and 51.5. I'm going to take the over. ESPNU, Akron, South Carolina. I have South Carolina by 17, total 53 and 4/5. And it's 27.5 and 42.5. I'm going to take Akron in the points. NBC, Iowa, Minnesota. I have Iowa by 7, total 41.5. And it's 2.5 and 35.5. I'm going to go with the over. Georgia Southern at number 5, Ole Miss on 7:45. SEC Network. My line's Ole Miss 14.5, total 61 and 17/20. And it's 35.5 and 66.5. I'm going to take Georgia Southern plus the big number. 8 o'clock, Yale Monroe at number 1, Texas. My line's Texas 35.5, total 46 and 4/5. And it's 44.5 and 52.5. I'm going to take the points. Michigan State, Boston College on the ACC Network. I have Pick'em in 43 and 13/20. And it's 6.5 and 45.5. I'm going to take Sparty in the points. That is a high number. Fox, Baylor, Colorado. I have Colorado by a half, total 41.5, and it is 1.5 and 51.5. I like the under. Fresno State, New Mexico on True TV. I have Fresno by 18, total 65 and 7/10, and it's 13.5 and 59.5. I'm gonna go with the over in that game. On the CW, Purdue, Oregon State. I have Oregon State by 22, total 53 and 3/10. And it's 3.5 and 50.5. I'm going to lay it at 3.5 with the Beavers. Fox Sports 1, 9:45, Portland, Boise State. My line's Boise by 37.5, total 82 and 3/4. That's crazy. And it's 41.5 and 67.5. I'm going with the over. Number 13, Kansas State and BYU, 10:30 ESPN. My line's Kansas State 14.5, total 46 and 4/5. And it's 6.5 and 47.5. I'm going to lay the points with Kansas State. And last but not least, at midnight, Northern Iowa and Hawaii. I have Hawaii by 15, total 37 and 19/20. And it's 7.5 and 48.5. I'm going to go with the under, but I do not feel strong about it. All right, now we'll move on to baseball. We'll go over the results from yesterday and look ahead to today and the weekend. O's over the Giants 5-3 on a 2-run walk-off shot by Anthony Santander. Braves over the Reds 15-3. Guardians over the Twins 3-2-10 on a walk-off single by Andre Jimenez as they clinch a playoff berth. Blue Jays over the Rangers 4-0. Mariners over the Yankees 3-2. Dodgers over the Marlins 20-4. Shohei Ohtani with a historic game to get to the 50-50 season. Dodgers also clinch. Rays over Red Sox 2-0. Diamondbacks over the Brewers 5-1. Mets over the Phillies 10-6. Pirates over the Cardinals 3-2. Cubs over the Nationals 7-6. And the Astros over the Angels 3-1. So best bet lost. So yeah, best bet 1-3 this week. Not great. All right, we have one matinee game today from Wrigley 220, Nats Cubs. Trevor Williams and Jamison Taillon. Cubs minus 174, Nats plus 146, over under 9, overs minus 105, unders minus 115. Nats plus 1.5 is minus 42, Cubs minus 1.5 plus 118. For this one, I'm going to actually take the Nationals straight up at plus 146. Trevor Williams has been good. All right, 6:30, Pirates, Reds, Mitch Keller and Nick Martinez. Reds minus 122, Pirates plus 104, over under 9, overs minus 102, unders minus 120. Pirates minus 1.5 plus 162, Reds plus 1.5 is minus 96. Pittsburgh plus 104. 6:50, Blue Jays, Rays. Jose Berrios and Tyler Alexander. Rays minus 110, Jays minus 106, over under 7.5, overs minus 115, unders minus 105. Jays minus 1.5 plus 152, Rays plus 1.5 is minus 184. I'm going with the Blue Jays straight up, minus 106. 7 o'clock, Apple TV Plus, Tigers, O's. Connor Montero, Corbin Burns. O's minus 196, Tigers plus 164, over under 7.5, overs minus 115, unders minus 105. Tigers plus 1.5 is minus 137, O's minus 1.5 plus 114. So I'm actually going to go with the Tigers straight up, plus 164. That was a pretty, big win for the O's, but took a walk-off homer to beat them. Braves, Marlins. Charlie Morton against Valente Belozo. Braves minus 200, Marlins plus 168, over under 8.5. Overs minus 114, unders minus 106. Braves minus 1.5 is minus 15. Marlins plus 1.5 is minus 104. I'm going to go with the under. Twins, Red Sox. David Festa and Richard Fitz. Twins minus 116. Red Sox minus 102, over under 9. Overs even money. Unders minus 122. Twins minus 1.5 plus 146. Sox plus 1.5 is minus 72. I'm going with the over at even money. Phillies, Mets, also on Apple TV Plus, Chris Sanchez and David Peterson. Phil's minus 110, Mets minus 106, over under 7, overs minus 128, unders plus 104. Phil's minus 1.5 plus 146, Mets plus 1.5 is minus 78. I'm going with the under at plus money. 8 o'clock, Mariners, Rangers. George Kirby, Jacob deGrom. Rangers minus 116, Mariners minus 102, over under 7, overs minus 112, unders minus 108. Mariners minus 1.5 plus 162, Rangers plus 1.5 is minus 197. I'm going to go with deGrom in Texas, minus 116. Angels, Astros. Tyler Anderson and Justin Verlander. Astros minus 255, Angels plus 210, over under 8, overs minus 05, unders minus 115. Angels plus 1.5 is minus 2, Astros minus 1.5 is minus 118. I'm going with the under. D-backs, Brewers, Zach Gallen and Colin Rea. D-backs minus 126, Brewers plus 108, over under 8, overs minus 105, unders minus 115. D-backs minus 1.5 plus 128, Brewers plus 1.5 is minus 154. I'm going to go with the over. Giants, Royals, Mason Black and Michael Wacha. Royals minus 162, Giants plus 136, over under 8.5, overs minus 8, unders minus 112. Giants plus 1.5 is minus 152, Royals minus 1.5 plus 126. I'm going to go with the over. Guardians, Cardinals 815, Ben Lively, Kyle Gibson. Cards minus 112, Guardians minus 104, over under 8.5, overs minus 105, unders minus 115. Guardians minus 1.5 plus 146, Cards plus 1.5 is minus 178. I'm going to go with the Guardians minus 104. Actually, no, that's a lie. They clinched. Cardinals minus 112. Sorry. All right, 9:30, Yankees, A's. Garrett Cole and JT Ginn. Yanks minus 200, A's plus 168, over under 8, minus 125. Yanks minus 1.5 is minus 15, A's plus 1.5 is minus 104. I'm laying the run line with the Yankees. Bounce back spot. Gonna get closer to win that division. White Sox, Padres. Garrett Crochet and Joe Musgrove. Padres minus 245. White Sox are 2-1, over under 7. Overs minus 105, unders minus 115. White Sox plus 1.5 is minus 110, and so is Padres minus 1.5. I'm going to go with the under. Last but not least, Rockies, Dodgers, Kyle Freeland and TBD. Dodgers minus 245, Rockies 2-1, over under 9.5, overs even money, unders minus 122. Rockies plus 1.5 is minus 106, Dodgers minus 1.5 is minus 113. I'm going to lay the run line with the Dodgers. All right, weekend games. So Saturday, 1 o'clock, Pirates, Reds, 2:20, Nats, Cubs, 4 o'clock, Tigers, O's, Braves, Marlins, Twins, Red Sox, Phils, Mets, Jays, Rays, 7 o'clock, Mariners, Rangers, Astros hosting the Angels, D-backs, Brewers, Giants, Royals, 7:15, Guardians, Cardinals, 8:30, White Sox, Padres, 9 o'clock, Yankees, A's, and Rockies, Dodgers. Sunday, 1 o'clock, Pirates, Reds, 1:30, Tigers, O's, Twins, Red Sox, Braves, Marlins, Blue Jays, Rays, 2 o'clock, Angels, Astros, D-backs, Brewers, Giants, Royals, Guardians, Cardinals, at 2:15, 2:20s, Nats, Cubs, 2:30s, Mariners, Rangers, 4 o'clock, Yankees, A's, White Sox, Padres, Rockies, Dodgers, and Sunday Night Baseball, as it should be, Phillies, Mets. All right, now move on to soccer. We'll go over the results from yesterday and look ahead to today. All right, La Liga yesterday, Athletic over Leganes 2-0. Today, 3 o'clock, Alaves and Sevilla. We actually have time to do picks for soccer today. Alaves plus 15, Sevilla plus 260, draws plus 210. So, these two teams are pretty even In my opinion, I'm going to go with the draw at plus 210. Saturday, 8 o'clock, Valladolid, Real Sociedad. 10:15, Osasuna, Las Palmas. 12:30, Valencia, Girona. 3 o'clock, Real Madrid, Espanyol. And then Sunday, 8 o'clock, Getafe, Leganes. 10:15, Athletic, Celta Vigo. 12:30, Villarreal, Barcelona. And 3 o'clock, Rayo and Atletico. All right, English Premier League tomorrow, 7:30, West Ham, Chelsea. 10 o'clock, Aston Villa, Wolves. Fulham, Newcastle, Leicester, Everton, Liverpool, Bournemouth, Southampton, Ipswich, Tottenham, Brentford, and 12:30 on Tele, Crystal Palace, Man United. Sunday, 9 o'clock on Tele, Brighton, Nottingham Forest, and 11:30 on Tele, Man City, and Arsenal. Champions League results from yesterday. Benfica over Red Star 2-1, Leverkusen over Feyenoord 4-0, Alana, Arsenal 0-0 draw, Atletico RP Leipzig, that was 2-1 in favor of Atletico, Brest over Sturm Graz 2-1, and Monaco over Barcelona 2-1. All right, Women's League tonight, 8 o'clock, KC, Washington. Pull that up really quickly. So the favored team in this match is KC plus 110, Washington's plus 230, the draw's plus 250. KC's favored, but Washington's playing a lot better than KC right now. I'm taking Washington straight up plus 230. Then 10:30 is Bay FC in Orlando. Orlando's minus 120, Bay FC plus 320, and the draw is plus 250. I'm going to go with over 2.5 goals at minus 103. Saturday, 7:30, Louisville, North Carolina. 8:30, Houston, Seattle. 9:30, Chicago, San Diego. And then Sunday. What am I saying? Yesterday. Yesterday wasn't Sunday. 1 o'clock, Gotham, Utah. MLS tomorrow, 2 o'clock, NYCFC, Miami. 4 o'clock, Charlotte, New England. 7:30, CF Montreal, Chicago. Columbus, Orlando. Red Bulls, Atlanta. 8:30, Austin, Houston. Dallas, LAFC. Nashville, Cincinnati. KC, Minnesota. 9:30, Colorado, Toronto. Salt Lake, Portland. 10:30, Galaxy, Vancouver. And 10:30 also San Jose, St. Louis. And then Sunday, 6:15 on Fox Sports 1, Philadelphia and DC United. Boy, there's only a couple more weeks left in MLS in the regular season as well. All right, Liga MX. Tonight, 9 o'clock, Atlas and Querétaro. So, Pachuca's minus 135, Puebla plus 330, draw plus 280. That's the Puebla Pachuca. That's okay. Atlas Querétaro we'll do in a second. Under 2.5 goals minus 8. And now Atlas Querétaro. They're both 9 o'clock games. Atlas minus 165, Querétaro plus 440, draw plus 280. I'm going to do over 2.5 goals minus 112. All right, tomorrow, 7 o'clock, Leon Athletic San Luis. 9 o'clock, Monterrey Mazatlan. Necaxa America. And 11 o'clock, Cruz Azul and Guadalajara. And then Sunday, 7 o'clock, UNAM Tijuana. 9 o'clock, Santos Toluca. And Jaguares Tigres. German Bundesliga today, 2:30, Augsburg and Mainz. Augsburg plus 135, Mainz plus 190, draw plus 240. That's an interesting one. Mainz is at the bottom, and Augsburg is in the middle. Those two are kind of even too, so I'm going with the draw plus 240. All right, Saturday, 9:30, Heidenheim, Freiburg, Union Berlin, Hoffenheim, Bochum, Holstein, Kiel, Bremen, Bayern, and 12:30 Frankfurt Gladbach, and then Sunday 9:30 Leverkusen Wolfsburg, 11:30 Stuttgart Dortmund, and 1:30 St. Pauli RP Leipzig. Serie A today 12:30 Cagliari and Empoli. Cagliari plus 110, Empoli plus 260, draw plus 220. I'm going to go with Empoli here at plus 260. And 245 Verona and Torino. Verona plus 170, Torino plus 185, draw plus 195. That's a good one, low-key. I'm going to go with the draw at plus 195. Saturday, 9 o'clock, Venezia, Genoa. 12 o'clock, Juventus, Napoli. And 2:45, Lecce, Parma. And then Sunday, 6:30, Fiorentina, Lazio. 9 o'clock, Monza, Bologna. 12 o'clock, AS Roma, Udinese. And 2:45, Inter Milan and Milan. French League 1 today, 2:45, Nice and Saint Etienne. Nice minus 210, Saint Etienne's 5-1, the draws plus 310. I'm going to go with over 2.5 goals at minus 112. Saturday, 11 o'clock, Lille, Strasbourg. 1 o'clock, Rennes, Lens. And 3 o'clock, Reims, PSG. And then Sunday, 9 o'clock, Monaco, Le Havre AC. 11 o'clock, Angers, Nantes. Brest, Toulouse, Montpellier, Auxerre. And 2:45, Lyon and Marseille. All right, Saturday, USL. 7 o'clock, Hartford, Oakland. 7:30, Charleston, Tampa. North Carolina, Indy. Rhode Island, Tulsa. 9 o'clock, El Paso, Colorado. 10 o'clock, Monterey Bay, Orange County. 10:30, Vegas, Sacramento. And Phoenix, San Antonio. And then Sunday, 3 o'clock, Detroit, Louisville. 4 o'clock, New Mexico, Loudoun. And 5 o'clock, Birmingham and Miami. ELC. Today, 3 o'clock, is Stoke Hull. Stoke plus 105, Hull plus 250, draw plus 240. For this one, I'm going to go with the draw again at plus 240. Saturday, 7:30, Norwich City, Watford, QPR, Millwall, Sunderland, Borough. 10 o'clock, Bristol City, Oxford United. Burnley, Portsmouth, Cardiff, Leeds, Coventry, Swansea, Luton, Sheffield Wednesday, Sheffield United, Derby, and West Brom, Plymouth. And then Sunday, 7 a.m. is Preston, Blackburn. Dutch Eredivisie. So 2 o'clock today is PEC Zwolle and AZ Alkmaar. Alkmaar minus 270, Zwolle plus 550, draw plus 380. I'm going to go over 3.5 goals at plus 132. Saturday, 10:30, FC Utrecht, Willem 2. 12:45, RKC, Waldrick, Sparta. 2 o'clock, Go Ahead Eagles, Ajax. 3 o'clock, NEC, Heracles. And then Sunday, 6:15, Heerenveen, FC Groningen. 8:30, Almere City, FC 20. 8:30, Feyenoord, NAC, Brada. 10:45, Fortuna, PSV. All right, Scottish Premiership. Saturday, 10 o'clock, Ross County, St. Johnstone, and St. Marian Hearts. And that's it. It's surprising that they only have 2 games. And then last but not least, the Pro League. Today at 11:15, Al Khalij and Al Faya. Khalij is minus 115, Faya is plus 230, draw plus 240. I'm going to go with Al Khalij minus 115. 11:55, Al Ali and Damak. Al Ali is minus 275, Damak's 5-1, the draw is plus 350. I'm going to go with under 2.5 goals at plus 130. And 2 o'clock, El Etifak and Al Nasser. Nasser's minus 175, Etifak is plus 333, and the draw is plus 290. I'm going to go with the upside. I'm going to go with El Etifak at plus 333. They're playing very well right now. And then Saturday, 11:30, Al Shabab, Al Tawoon. Al Raid, Al Raida. And 2 o'clock, Al Halal and Al Idiad. So there you have it for all the soccer. Now we'll do WNBA. The playoffs are going to start this weekend. We'll go over the last regular season results, and then I'm going to make predictions for round 1 of the WNBA playoffs. Dream over to Liberty, 78-67. Sun over to Sky, 87-54. Mystics over to Fever, 92-91. Sparks over to Lynx, 68-51. Aces over to Wings, 98-84. And the Storm over to Mercury, 89-70. All right, so the series is. I'm going to make predictions for the series before I look at Sunday's slate. So round 1 now in the WNBA playoffs is the best of 3. So you have the 1 seed Liberty against the 8 seed Dream. I think the Liberty are way better than the Dream. The Dream had a nice run at the end of the season to clinch the playoffs. I'm going Liberty in the sweep. All right, the 2 seed Lynx against the 7 seed Mercury. This is a good 2-7. I think the Mercury are going to play their hearts out for Diana Taurasi, who is contemplating retiring. But I just think the Lynx are the better team. So I'm going to go with the Lynx over the Mercury in 3. All right, the 3 seed is the Connecticut Sun. The 6 seed is the Indiana Fever. Caitlin Clark's in the playoffs. The Sun are really good. I think it's going to be a good series. And I like the Sun here. I'm going to say it's the 3-game series. And in the 4-5 is the Aces and the Storm. So I don't think anybody had the Aces as a 4 seed. But here we are. Aja Wilson's going to win the WNBA MVP, and she's on a 4 seed. They're better than Seattle, but I think Seattle's going to give them a run for the money. I'm going to go with the Aces in 3 over the Storm, which is going to set up an epic round 2 between the Aces and the Liberty, which everybody's going to say it's the real finals. All right, Sunday, 1 o'clock on ESPN is Dream Liberty. Let's give out picks, too, only because it's playoff. The Liberty are giving 12.5 totals, 156.5. I'm laying the points. 3 o'clock on ABC, first round Fever Sun. The Sun are giving 4.5 totals, 162.5. I'm going to lay it with the Sun. 5 o'clock on ESPN, Mercury Lynx. Lynx are giving a whopping 10.5 total, 158.5. I think the Mercury cover the 10.5. And then 10 o'clock on ESPN, Storm Aces. The Aces are giving 7.5 totals, 163.5. Don't love the pick, but I'm going to lay the 7.5 with the Aces. All right, now move on to NASCAR. We'll go over the results from the Truck Series race, and then we'll look ahead to Xfinity tonight and then Cup tomorrow. So your winner of the race, Lane Riggs. 2nd, Corey Heim. 3rd, Raja Karu. 4th, Christian X. 5th, Nick Sanchez. 6th, Matt Crafton. 7th, Chase Birdie. 8th, Ty Majeski. That's who I picked. 9th, Stuart Friesen. 10th, Tanner Ankrum. The rest, William Salowich, Taylor Gray, Brett Holmes, Dean Thompson, Bailey Curry, Stephon Parsons, Grant Effinger, Corey Day, Connor Zilsich, Connor Mozak, Jake Garcia, Timmy Hill, Tanner Gray, Lawless Allen, Matt Mills, Jack Wood, Ben Rhodes, Justin Modnick, Spencer Boyd, Ty Dillon, Mason Maggio, Danny Dye, Keith McGee, Tyler Tomasi, Caden Honeycutt, and Connor Jones. All right, Xfinity tonight, 7:30 from Bristol. I'm going to pull up the odds on DraftKings and make a pick. So, it's just to see who's favored to win this race. Justin Algier. All right, so my pick to win this race. Oh, Dale Jr. is racing at Bristol. That's a throwback. I'm going to go with a long shot. I'm going to go with Riley Herbst, 22-1. And in the Cup Series tomorrow night from Bristol, I'm going to go with Kyle Busch at 16-1. All right, now we'll do Formula One. They will be racing from Marina Bay Street Circuit, the Singapore Grand Prix. So Formula One, I'm going to go with George Russell at 12-1 to win the Singapore Grand Prix. And after that, they have a month off until Vegas in October. All right, now move on to the news and notes for today. So coming down about an hour ago, the Sixers are giving Joel Embiid a 3-year max, $193 million. Embiid pretty much negotiated the deal himself, which was crazy. So Shohei Ohtani, historic day yesterday. 6 for 6, 10 RBIs and 2 stolen bases. I think he had 3 homers. And everybody was going nuts about this on social media. So Joel Embiid says that he wants to stay in Philly for the rest of the career after getting that extension. So Skip Shoemaker back to Ohtani for a second. He said he didn't want to walk Shohei out of love for the game. I mean, your team stinks anyway, regarding Skip Shoemaker. Ex-employee rips Jerry Reinsdorf as a former employee, describes him as a baseball fan owner who thinks he knows everything. Oh my God. A fan owner. Not a business owner. A fan owner. That's absurd. That's the kind of season the White Sox are having. Bryce Young open to trade as Dolphins, Jets, Rams, and Seahawks considered potential suitors for Bryce Young. I wonder if the Giants would be interested in that as well. It's a team looking for a long-term guy. Tennessee. Just 2 other teams to throw out there. Gerard Mayo's unsure about a quarterback change. He says that he admits that they're competing for a job, meaning Brissett and May. Derek Carr fined $14,000 for a touchdown dance that was inspired for Michael Jackson. So Will Levis changed his phone number as he was receiving texts from fans criticizing play. The WNBA had a attendance record broken as over 20,000 fans showed up to watch Fever Mystics on the last day of the season. Tina Charles breaks the rebounding record as she surpasses Sylvia Fultz for the all-time WNBA rebounding mark. Juan Soto to get X-ray on knee as he appeared to get hurt while diving for a foul ball. And the X-rays are precautionary. Hopefully he's okay. They need him to be okay. Texans tight end Brevin Jordan won't return for 2024 with the torn ACL. That's not great for Houston. We talked about George Kittle's hamstring tightness. He's questionable for the game. T. Higgins practiced as he missed the last 2 games with a hamstring injury, so that's good news. Evan Engram doubtful for Monday night against the Bills. Maurice Cedar gets a contract extension, 7-year deal from the Red Wings, over $8.5 million a year. So that is really good for him. So there you have it for news and notes. Best bet of the day brought to you by FanDuel. There's a couple I love in college basketball. College football. I don't know why I just said college basketball. Maybe because I was thinking about it a second with basketball with Embiid. So college football, there's 2 games I really love. I love one favorite and one dog. And I'm going to lay 12.5 with Washington State against San Jose State. And that is going to be my best bet of the day. And now the Fab Five. There's a lot of games I like in college, so we'll start there. All right, and you know the deal. It's all Saturday games. Pick number 1. I'm going against Florida again. I'm taking Mississippi State. I just think Florida stinks. I think Mississippi State isn't very good either. But if Florida wins this game by 3 points, I win the bet. That's the bottom line. So I'm going to take Mississippi State getting the 6.5. That's pick number 1. Pick number 2 of the Fab Five this week. I'll be taking over 59.5 in Arizona State, Texas Tech. I think that is a low total. Pick number 3 of the Fab Five. I am going to take Northwestern getting the points at Washington. I'm just down on this Washington team. So I'm going to take Northwestern getting double digits. Pick number 4. I have to do it. I'm taking Oklahoma plus the 6.5. I just think that that crowd's going to be pumped up for that game. And my last pick, I'm taking Sparty getting the 6.5 against Boston College. I think Boston College is living off the Florida State game, and Sparty's been underrated so far this season. I think Sparty can win, so I'm taking the 6.5. But my underdog moneyline pick of the week, I teased it. It's going to be Oklahoma plus 210 to knock off Tennessee. And then the NFL Fab Five, that's a little bit harder to pick. And I have to admit, one of the Fab Five is a Monday game. And that's your teaser for you. One of the Fab Five is a Monday game. And I'm not going to reveal it until the Monday podcast. So 4 picks in the money line. All right, pick number 1 of the NFL Fab Five. I'm going to lay 6.5 with the Bucs against the Broncos. I just don't think the Broncos are very good. Bo Nix might be this season's Bryce Young. And I think the Bucs and Baker Mayfield have a big chip on their shoulder. So I'm going to lay 6.5 with the Bucs. Pick number 2 that I'm going to reveal today of the Fab Five. I am going to take I'm debating between 2 games. only because of the significant edge I have. I'm gonna go with the under in the Vikings Houston game. I just think that's a low total. Third pick, I'm laying 4.5 with Seattle against the Dolphins. This is my favorite bet of the week in the NFL. I don't understand why it's only 4.5 with Seattle against the Tua-less Dolphins. Like, that line is ridiculous. And then the last pick I'm going to reveal today, for the Fab Five, I'm going to take the Rams getting the points against the Niners. I just think that line's too high. The Niners are missing a lot of guys, and they might be missing the safety too. So I know this is based on the offensive line injuries for the Rams, but this is, I think, going to be a close game. So I'm going to take the Rams plus the 6.5 against the 49ers. And my underdog money line pick of the week, I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm going against a team that is usually a sure bet every week. But because of a significant injury, I should have went with this under too in Fab 5, but I didn't. Ooh, can I have a do-over? Yes, I can. I'm doing a rare instance. I'm doing a do-over. I'm removing the under in the Viking game, and instead I'm going with the under in the Chiefs-Falcons for the fourth of the Fab 5. And then my underdog money line pick, I was going to take Atlanta. But it's just so hard to go against Mahomes and the Chiefs. So instead, I'm actually going to go with the Philadelphia Eagles at plus 130 to beat the Saints. I just think the Saints are riding high right now, and everybody's excited because they beat the Cowboys the way they did. I know they're home again, but this Eagles team, I think, is mad that they blew that Monday night game. They should have won that game, so I'm taking the Eagles at plus 130 to beat the Saints. So, there you have it for the show, and I apologize about the do-over because I had I wanted to take an under, but I almost said Falcons on the money line, but I think I know better not to go against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. I'd rather make the Saints earn it than say, oh yeah, I'm stupid for picking against the Chiefs. So instead I went with the under in that game, which is smart because of no Pacheco. So I'll reveal the last Fab 5 pick on the Monday show because it's a Monday game that I bet on. So that's that. And then Monday we'll recap the weekend. Look at the Monday Night Football. We have 2 Monday Night Football games. And then we have baseball. I want to do baseball power rankings because the season ends next weekend. Not this weekend coming up, but next weekend. So we have a lot to do next week as well. Hope you guys have a great weekend, everyone.